Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial where we will see together how to make this kind of QR code that can be linked to any link, whether it is your social networks, your YouTube channel, your website, what you want. So first we will go to the printer site tool/QR code of STL, which you find directly in the description of the video. Then we will look for the link to which you want the QR code to redirect. So for my part, I will take the link of my YouTube channel. So you will select while doing Ctrl A, then copy. And then you go back to the website and you paste the URL right here. Then in the model options, I personally will put 60 millimeters because I find that it is enough in terms of depth. I will choose 1 millimeter. It is the thickness of the small plate before the start of the QR code, so I think it is enough. Then at the border, adjust level. I'm not going to touch. You can add a text if you wish. So in my example, I'm going to take scan me, for example. Just below, you can choose the size of the text. So I personally, I'm going to put 6 millimeters. I advise you not to go below because after that, risks after that illegible. Everyone, you can choose the step of the text and the depth of the text. Then if you wish, just below, you can choose a chain cover. That is to say, to be able to make a kind of key ring, you can choose the diameter of the whole of the key ring. So for example, I'm going to take 4 millimeters, and you can also select the location of the hole for the key ring. So either on the left or above, or below on the left. So I personally will take it above, then you go back up. At the QR code level, here you can choose to reverse the structure, but it is not necessary. You can choose the depth of the QR code. Personally, I will choose a millimeter. I think that is enough. You can choose the margin between the QR code and the edges. Personally, I will put 2 millimeters. I prove that it is sufficient. The size I will leave 100%. You can select an icon if you want. So you have a large list of icons that's right there. Since this is a YouTube link, I'll put this little icon here. Even if there is this error that appears, don't worry, it will print correctly. You can choose the size of the icon, 20%, I think that's enough. And then here, you can make each block have a different dimension and depth, which will allow you to create a game of depth and allow you to have a better rendering. However, I advise you not to do this depending on your printer because it still requires a printer that prints in good quality and it takes more time to print the QR codes. As soon as you have entered all the parameters you want, you have more than to go all the way down and have a 3D model generated. Then you go back to the top and wait for the 3D model to load. Here, once the model has finished loading, you check that the thicknesses are the ones you wanted, that you have not forgotten a parameter or anything, and you save it in STL. Now that I have downloaded the 3D model I wanted, all you have to do is drag and drop the model directly into Cura. You check that the 3D model corresponds to what you want. If you have an error that is displayed at the bottom, do not worry, there will be no error when printing, everything will print correctly, and now you just need to enter the parameters you want, so you can choose dynamics. You can of course choose the settings you want according to your printer, and of course do not forget to add post-processing, modify codes, add a filament script, change. And here you put the layer that we're going to see right now. So the layer is going to be the layer to which we have to change. So there you see, you have the error that I told you about earlier, but no problem. There will be no error when printing. So you can close this little cross here, you click on preview, you go down a little, and I will see that here, between layer 5 and layer 6, this is where I have to change my filament. So I reopen my filament change thing, and here at layer level, I'm going to enter layer number 6. So that there is the filament that changes at this time. You can use firmware configuration depending on your 3D printer, and you close, you cut again to check that the cut is correct. Well done, in the right place. Between 5 and 6 is perfect, and now you just need to export the file directly to the USB drive you want, and you get ejected. Once you have your file on your USB stick, simply insert the card directly into your printer and print it. So done. You have this kind of super cool QR code. Personally, for the video, I made several, so I made one of 1 millimeter, one of 2 millimeters, and one with a thickness of 3 millimeters, which will allow you to better understand and better see, in fact, simply the different thicknesses. I also tried to print one in white and color the top in black, but unfortunately, it doesn't work really well. In white, it doesn't work at all, and once I colored the top in black, it doesn't work very well. it recognizes it once in a while, and I also tried to print this QR code there, which is indeed a bit architect with the different thicknesses for each replacement. Except that unfortunately, it's the same, it doesn't work very well, and it doesn't recognize it very well depending on the phone that scans the QR code, quite simply. The tutorial is over, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe, like and share this video. Do not hesitate to tell me also in the comments if you want to see other videos about QR codes or 3D printing. It was Keep on Fire, peace out.